Warning, this content will contain explicit language. Proceed at your own discretion. Konnichiwa, minasan! これはレネです。これはおじいさん。それはビッグバド。それはマインフィア。それはピト。それはジェームズ。これはリキさん。じゃあ、始めましょう。Oh shit, my bad. That's Japanese. Anyways, welcome to the Dame Podcast, where we give our useless opinions and thoughts on topics. And like I just said in the intro, I'm Renee. Here's
Oji-san. Great.
Ashley, Big Bird.
I'm Ryan on the board.
Tito.
Jimmy.
Ricky.
And today we're gonna be discussing movies, the film industry, and everything like that. So to start it off, let's talk about our favorite movies.
Age Battle Line. Right here.
Wait, what was that? Say that slow for me.
Age of Adeline.
Was
it because of Blake Lively?
It's a really awesome movie. Came out recently. It's about a girl can't grow up. Stays 25 for a century. It's a really beautiful movie. I like that one. Yeah.
Is it kind of like Tuck Everlasting, where homeboy can't ever like grow up because he drank some water?
Spoiler?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
no spoilers here.
What if I wanted to watch that, man?
That came out like what, 8 years ago?
That came out like 10 years ago, and hold on a second, that's like the main thing of the movie. So,
But hey, you act like me and him watch movies.
what was your favorite movie, right? I mean, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
Racist.
Jimmy and Renee look nothing alike.
I got a beard.
Yeah, and I'm gorgeous, so.
Alright, Jimmy, go ahead.
Hold on, let me think for a minute.
All right, Ricky, what's your favorite movie?
I'm tied between two.
What
It's
are
Bronx Tale and Goodfellas.
Dope.
Both of them have Robert De Niro and both of them kick ass. Just different time zones and different.
Well, weren't they released like within like 5 years of each other? No. How like when was Goodfellas released?
Fuck, I don't know.
Ooh.
They could have been 5 years. I don't even know.
Because I know Bronx Tale
No,
was
I
like
just meant like
91.
time based, like.
Okay, yeah.
Because
yeah.
the Bronx Tale was more like 50 style, and then Goodfellas was more 80s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, okay.
Bronx
okay.
Tale was supposed. Well, actually, the Bronx Tale was supposed to be Robert De Niro's story because he's married to a black woman.
Oh.
So
I
I mean,
don't know that.
yeah. If you
Cool.
ever see a picture of him and an older black woman, it's his chick.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're married or whatnot, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, what about you, Renee?
All right, I'm tied between two movies. One's a Japanese film, Battle Royale.
Oh.
And then-
Ooh.
yeah, that one was a good movie.
That's hard.
Have you ever seen Battle Royale 2?
No, but it's up there.
It's garbage.
You have not seen it?
It's
up-
garbage.
Oh man.
But and then my second favorite movie is I Saw the Devil. It's a Korean movie. It's pretty damn good.
Yes.
What's
I've
that one
not seen
about?
that.
Never heard
It's
of that.
basically there's this guy who abducts people and kills them.
You saw the
But-
devil.
Shut the fuck up. And he abducts women and kills them. And basically he abducts the wrong woman this time, a detective's wife who's pregnant with his child.
Was he a detective?
Well, he was either a detective or police.
I
Something
think it was like some federal
Inspector.
like a federal agent, some shit
Well, there
like
you
that.
go. There's a loophole.
And then basically throughout the whole movie, he's just getting revenge on that guy who killed his wife, and it's just crazy, man. It's pretty good.
Pretty much the guy from
I
Taken,
Saw the
but
Devil.
Korean.
I saw the devil.
Okay,
Okay.
Jason.
Randy, these-
Mine's coming down to two as well. They're both really old movies. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. Love that man. Rear Window is awesome as well. But also the other movie is The Great Dictator with Charlie Chaplin. Led to me known by our own man Bravo here.
You mean the Fua?
Nine Fiara. Yes.
Let's see. I have a hard time. I really have a hard time choosing a movie because there's so many good ones, and there's so many.
Yeah, you change your favorite like every day, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Bambi.
Bambi? No.
Just say Bruce Willis.
No, actually, one of my favorite movies, like I've seen so many times, is The Professional with John Reno and Natalie Portman when she was like 12 years old. That movie's so good. And by the way, Gary Oldman was so underrated in that movie. He's one of the best bad guys ever.
Gary Oldman's underrated, period.
Yeah,
He just fucking, any movie that he's in, he just fucking adds his piece to it and just destroys it.
Underrated Daniel Day-Lewis.
Gary Oldman's like kind of in everything. You just see him like he's like he's kind of like the Morgan Freeman. Like it's just Morgan Freeman, you know.
The white version Morgan Freeman.
Somewhat, you know, just without the the voice that dictates him. But I mean, Gary Oldman's pretty much in everything.
Yeah,
You
Gary
just see
Oldman.
him.
Well, and then by the same director, they also made The Fifth Element. I fucking love that movie. And Bruce Willis is one of my favorite actors. Yeah, Bruce Willis, man. Back like 90s, early 2000 Bruce Willis.
As long as he didn't have hair.
You know, some of the new movies that he has without hair is garbage.
Well, all of them without hair.
No, what are you talking
No,
about?
I'm just saying. I just like him better without hair. Bless you.
Come on.
Ray.
What about you, Bravo?
I'm a guy who loves like fictional stories, space. The fuck is it?
Your computer.
What are you?
Bravo's porn's coming up. We know his favorite
That's
movie
your
now.
favorite movie?
Backdoor Sluts 9.
It makes naughty nurses look like backdoors. I don't know. I was trying to make it sound like
That's because I open up the internet right now and I have
Your porn.
open
It's
up
okay.
YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, the shit I need, and it was on Twitch. And you know when you go on Twitch, there's already somebody fucking streaming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
Bless you.
Alright,
Gesundheit.
so
Oh
Mike,
my god. He has snot all over his arm, dude. That's great. Look at that. Looks like he's sweating.
Wipe it on my fucking thing. Okay.
Bravo's favorite
Okay,
movie.
Bravo. What's your
My
favorite movie?
Good lord, I really. I mean, from different points in my life as a kid, I loved Toy Story.
Yeah.
Loved that shit, as well as The Lion King. I used to play that shit on my VHS fucking over and over and over. As a teen, I was really a huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
Nerd.
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea, and plus I read the books as well.
Yeah.
So that's what-
Nerd.
Here's the thing about Lord of the Rings, though. When I got it on VHS when it first came out, on VHS,
Yeah.
put it on, I fucking knocked out.
But
High five.
But if
dude.
I would have to put a movie that I could say this is one of my all-time favorites, it would have to be Battle Royale.
My nigga. Ooh.
It took me 10 years to find that film. Because I was with my dad at at a computer expo, and I was walking down the aisles, and I saw it there. Like, I'm like, why is a school kid shooting another Asian school kid with a crossbow? What the fuck? And then my dad's like, fuck, let's go. I was like, okay, so 10 years. I'm like, what was that film? What was that film? That looks so cool. And then I was fucking around on YouTube, and it's like, Battle Royale. Is it better than the Hunger Games? Okay, I clicked it, I was like, oh my god. 10 years, finally.
That's the movie.
I watched that shit until I watched the shit twice.
I recently,
intense film.
I recently saw it. We were on Netflix or something.
No.
And-
No, Jimmy just busted out the Blu-ray because Blu-ray Master
Oh,
Race.
really? We didn't watch it on Netflix?
No.
No.
Because
Oh,
I didn't
show
want
off.
it to start lagging and shit.
Okay.
So I brought out the Blu-ray.
Okay. All right. Well, that movie was pretty dope.
Battle Royale.
Battle
Have,
Royale?
have
Yeah,
you seen 2 yet?
No.
Alright,
I
we need to have a Battle Royale 2 night. What?
No.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
hey, even if it's shit, we gotta watch it.
No,
man.
yeah, we're gonna watch it. I'm just giving my opinion. Like, it wasn't as
Real good.
well. Shit, no sequel in my opinion. But if you guys could protest to that, it's as good as the film that made it.
Oh.
Godfather
That's
2.
not true, yeah.
Huh?
Godfather 2.
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass 2 was garbage.
What are you talking
I
about?
like the second one way
I liked
better.
it.
Kick-Ass 2 was garbage, dude.
He got a lot more ass in that movie.
Well, after today, Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I was
Yeah,
about
well,
You
to
can't
say.
see me right now, but I'm just it's just all over the table, just man gravy all over the table, just fucking.
I don't know. To be
Share
honest,
some of that man gravy.
to be honest, you
Big
said
my
Toy
finger.
Story. I thought you said Toy Story. I thought Toy Story 3 was my favorite.
I loved how you jumped from Toy Story to Battle Royale.
What? Yeah, Toy
To
Story
just
3.
Just the
Yeah.
range,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that movie came out. It's probably just time wise because I came out right around the same time. I watched it. Fuck you.
Came out of where?
Wrong
Get
choice
out
of
of
word
here.
came out at the
Wrong
same
month.
time.
God damn. All right.
Wrong choice of
it came
words.
out- fuck you. It came out right around the same time. I was like 4 or 5 years old, and Andy in the movie was like 4 or 5 years old, whatever. When he graduated, I graduated, right, 2010. And so it came out literally a week after, like a couple of days after we graduated.
No, that was some trippy shit.
Didn't we go see it together?
We saw the second time. The second time
That's
I saw
right,
it.
that's
The
right,
first
that's
time
right.
I saw it, dude, I cried like a bitch all the way home, dude. That shit was like, oh, my childhood. Oh my god.
Yeah, it sucks growing up.
There you have it, everybody, on the David podcast.
Depressed.
Edward came out.
Most of us were born in '92. So.
What?
I think I'm the only one here who wasn't born in '92.
Okay,
Oh,
anyways.
speaking of that, what's your favorite movie?
I'm tied between two. Silenced, a Korean movie, and Psycho, the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Oh, I was about to say you like the Vince
Yes.
Vaughn one.
yes.
Renee knows when I'm sick, I just
Oh my-
binge watch Psycho.
I swear he was sick for a week and all he had playing was Psycho. It probably played like 40 times through that week.
Dude, be happy he didn't show up in a dress. That would be the fucking scariest.
Or just throw on
thing.
one of my grandma's moo-moos. Meha! I was feeling cold.
Okay, why Psycho?
It was good.
I just love it.
No,
man.
but what of it like gets your interest? Like, what's the reason why?
The pace of it, the sound, and then the acting of it as well.
Now, it was
Good
like one of the
taste.
first ever movies where the protagonist died within like halfway through the movie, right?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
If you haven't
watch
watched
out.
Psycho,
I'm joking.
no, we're just letting you know if you haven't
Yeah.
watched Psycho in fucking
Some shit.
It's a little too
40
late
or
to let
50
them
years
know.
that it came out, you spoiler alert, she's dead.
Well, I think
And he wears
even-
dresses.
I think they even passed that though. Like when they're talking about Psycho, they always just show her die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
If
night-
you've
the
never
shower
even
scene.
seen it, you've seen the shower scene.
Yeah, and it's chocolate syrup, isn't it?
Yeah, it's chocolate syrup in the...
Hershey's. Hershey's.
Hershey's, that's right.
Hershey's.
It's fucking.
That's the thing
awesome. Free
that
promotion.
scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like someone coming into the shower and just murdering
Dude, Freddy
shit.
fucked that up for me.
Yeah.
To be honest,
You ever see Bates
it-
Motel?
what?
No.
Sorry.
What was
Did you ever
that?
see Bates Motel? No?
The show based
I've
I was
seen-
just curious.
That's good.
Yeah.
No. You know what movie fucked it up for me
What?
was I was watching. Are you guys ever seen What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
And when
Michelle
he look-
Pfeiffer.
Yeah. When he looks out the window and Homeboy's just looking like Homeboy's looking staring straight at him. I've always been tall, so when I'm showering, I always poke my head out the window and look what's outside. I was always afraid someone was gonna be staring at me, so showers were killed by that. And Jeepers Creepers.
Just to let you know, Big Bird is like 6'2", 6'3".
6'3" and a half.
Hence the
More,
name.
he's more like
6'3.2".
Okay, no, let's be realistic here. He's like 9 feet tall.
He's big bird.
A movie that fucked me up though was the Final Destination movies.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Never saw life
Oh my
again.
god, the first one, dude, when that dude had the fucking string wrapped around him.
Oh,
I
in
took
the shower,
baths-
in the
I
shower,
took
yeah.
baths for like 4 fucking weeks after that movie. Just
for
because I
your-
thought I was gonna die. Just no.
But
I
as
like
a-
bubble baths.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
But speaking of baths, as a kid, I always thought that thing was a face. You know
Which
what I'm
one?
talking
Yeah,
about, right?
yeah, no.
Oh, the drain
Yeah.
stopper? You know?
I guess.
Okay, Jimmy, okay.
No. I kind of fucked up. I saw Final Destination 2 and then Final Destination 1. But I like Final Destination 2 better than 1, to be completely honest.
What are they on now? Like 11?
I like the
No,
first
five.
one, acting
Five.
based.
Around five.
Acting based, I like the
Oh, yeah.
first one.
Oh, yeah,
The second
yeah.
one was more entertaining.
Yeah. Second one was more gruesome, in my opinion.
It was.
I think the most horrible death in part 1 though was when the chick got that knife in her stomach. Or first
Oh,
she
the teacher.
Yeah, the teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where she pulls the thing down and the knife block
Yeah,
falls?
dude, just slowly
And they
falls.
find her.
Oh.
It's like, oh my god, look at the knives. Like, don't put your fingerprints.
Oh, yeah,
they
they
grab
took,
the
like,
knife. It's like, oh god, you're dead. They put it back in. It's like, you fucking idiot. Like, who picks up a knife and is like, oh god.
Fucking Stifler?
There's nowhere else to put a knife. So back in your teacher.
Stifler died all easy though. He just got his head chopped off. That's it, dude.
Was he the train track guy?
Yeah, the one that tricked her. Anyways, Jimmy, why? Okay, explain to everybody here because I know they haven't seen it. What Silenced is and why you like it.
Well, I don't want to say I like it because it's really fucked up, but
It was
Oh,
your
is that
favorite
that
movie,
movie?
Bruce, right?
yeah, it's based on a true story in
Okay.
Korea about this Catholic or Christian school for the deaf, where the staff was molesting the children.
Well, you can't.
Harsh.
Well,
I mean,
saying you like it doesn't mean you're a
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's an American version of that movie too. Well, not of
Was
that
there
movie,
Doubt?
but no, the movie with fucking Jason Patrick and Kevin Bacon, Sleepers.
Oh,
Where there's
the
four
that's,
kids,
but
yeah.
that's in jail though.
No, exactly, but it's kind of like
It's-
I mean,
it-
it's
it-
one of
it-
those movies you don't really want to say like, oh, let's watch Sleepers. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of fucking awkward because I mean, you watch that movie and you get, oh, that movie's just fucking horrible. I can't.
But you know I like that movie.
That movie
it was
really
a damn good
because
movie.
that
It was a
all those
damn
actors
good
were amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the Kevin Bacon movies I haven't seen. I
You should
feel
watch
like
it.
everything.
You're
I've
gonna
seen.
fucking hate Kevin Bacon. Like,
Really?
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
will
his
hate him in
fucking
that
He's a
movie.
guts.
fucking prick.
Well, I mean, I hated him in Super. Like,
Oh,
he's
I
a
thought you
fucking
hated him
prick.
in Hollow. I know.
Hollow Man.
Hollow
Hollow
Man.
Man. Hollow Man. He was fucking funny.
He's a
dude.
rapist, dude.
He was.
You raped
He
that
was,
guy.
yeah, he did. But I thought he was fucking funny though.
All
Most
right,
of the
back
time,
to
fucking
Silence.
funny.
It's kind of you're saying it's kind of like that, or what is it about?
He was a funny rapist.
Like I
get
said,
you.
the staff at that religious school in South Korea would abuse, rape, and molest the students there, and since they were deaf and mute, they couldn't really do much about it.
Oh.
So they couldn't let anyone know what was going on,
Yeah.
right?
Did it? Did it end dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Fucked up.
Jeez.
Fucked up.
It's
That
not.
movie pissed me off and made me sad, and
It just toyed with your emotions pretty much.
Was it like a bunch of Helen Kellers?
Yeah, I would
Well, I
describe it
just
like
meant
that.
that
That's what I imagine.
I just meant that they can't talk and shit.
Yeah, they really can't talk. They're just like, you know
That's
what I
why,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that's fucking dark. Ugh.
But do you like it because it made you feel all those emotions?
yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm one of those people that likes to get emotions from shit I watch or play or whatever.
Oh, that's good.
No, I mean that's the very
Bang
interesting
for
thing.
your
Like,
buck, right?
yeah, because I would think because they kind of hit it on the nose, Jimmy. There's like movies that when you look at them, they're like disturbing, but you like them for a reason. Like I liked it that you mentioned about Psycho, that the sound, the pacing. Like for me, I studied film, and so especially sound design as well. Like I have a background in sound design. In horror films, suspense films, you the ambiance of the sound, the music, the creaking and like noises. That's what fucks with the audience. And I know there's nobody here who knows more about horror and shit like that than Ricky.
Oh, horror movies?
Like Ricky, let me pose a question to you. You
Yeah.
think modern day horror movies are like they used to? Are they even horror anymore? What do you think?
I think they're coming back. I think horror really depends on the generation. I mean, for the most part, back in the day, it was more of like Jimmy, like Psycho. It was more of the tone, the feeling, the darkness. I mean, a lot of
So-
movies back then were black and white.
So it's more like the suspense.
Yeah, it was more of the sound.
And psychological kind of
Exactly. It was more of what the person watching it can get in their head.
But then again, a lot of horror movies back in the day, they haven't, you hadn't seen anything like that. You know what I mean? So that's probably why it was more like mind fucking.
Well, honestly, dude, those writers scared me a lot because
really?
a lot of them, it tended to be like, oh, you know, you hear about those writers and it's like, oh, they locked themselves in a dark room and they fucking wrote it and they didn't talk to nobody and those kind of method actors, writers, directors, producers, anything, they scare the shit out of me because those are the people that get into the darkest fucking places and that's scary and that's why those movies are considered classics because there's something that we'll never see from other people because I mean, like, okay, those movies 50s, 60s, 70s, they were something totally different, right? And then in the 80s somebody named Jason came out and Michael Myers came out and Freddy came out and those were slasher films and those kind of killed the genre of horror because those were more teen friendly scary movies. I mean, it was always
You could thank Halloween for that.
exactly it was always the same method of guy with a mask, person running, titties, death. There's a psychological there's a psychological reason why, and it was more to scare us out of our virtues of what they thought we were being, because it was around the time where the flower power era was hitting in the 60s and 70s. Like everyone was smoking weed, everyone was doing this, everyone was saying fuck religion, fuck everything, we're gonna live our lives. And then they came out with all these killers who were killing these people who were not virtuous. They were very against. Yeah, they were very let's have a good time. So all those killers always targeted those people. I mean, if you watch any scary movie, within the first 5-10 minutes, there's at least 2 deaths of somebody doing sins. It's always, oh my god, I'm gonna show my tits, and then boom, tits, and then boom, she's dead. And then
There's always like the partying.
yeah, it's always the
and all
people
that.
having a big party and then boom, they're dead. It was that kind of thing. And then nowadays, I mean, towards the 2000s, it was all gore. I mean, Saw came out.
Yeah, Saw.
To be honest, though, the first couple of Saw movies were great.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying they had the first one had a lot of psychological being because there was only 2 people locked in a room, and then there was the guy with cancer on the floor who ended up being the killer.
And Danny
well,
Glover.
he was like the
Yeah,
dead
yeah,
guy.
he's the one that you didn't see coming. But I mean, that one had a lot of psychological. They did not think franchise. They thought just one movie.
The only reason why I liked it was because Murtaugh was in it. That's the only reason why I watched it at first.
I like Juntao.
June
Rush Hour. He was his partner.
Oh, that's
Juntao,
right.
yeah. And the
Oh
thing,
my God.
And the thing is that that movie was, I mean, they didn't really think it was going to blow up as much as it did, but of course it became a franchise movie. And I mean, with franchise movies, the more blood, the better. I mean, the less thinking, the better. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
And that's why with all these new generations, Hostel came out, Saw came out,
Human
all
Centipede,
torture,
and all that.
torture
yeah,
porn.
and not only that, it got really lazy because all these movies that were, I mean, fuck, Old Boy
Yeah.
was it became a remake, and then The Baby's Room became a remake, which The Baby's Room was a Mexican movie that was made in, I believe, it was 2009, 2010, and it became Insidious. And now everybody thinks Insidious is such a great movie, but they don't know that
No, the original.
the original one was The Baby's Room.
To be honest,
I didn't watch any of
care.
the Insidious.
No, I watched the first one. I didn't care too much. I mean, the ending was a good twist, but I mean, that's about it. That's
If
all.
you watch The Baby's Room, dude, that movie terrified me. I
Wait,
speak
wait,
no lick of Spanish, but
wait,
that
that
movie
was
scared the
that
shit out
was
of me.
in that was on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was one of
Oh,
the-
dude, I saw that. That was actually really creepy. Me and my buddy Babes, I would always go over every Sunday,
Yeah.
and we'd watch all kinds of creepy movies. I hated it because I kind of feel like there's certain things that have killed the horror genre. Slasher films kind of killed it. It kind of like watered it down. And found footage. Found footage
Yes.
is crap. There's only a few found footage movies that I actually really like.
You mean like the Blair Witch? And
That's what
all those
started.
things.
That Blair Witch.
Oh,
is
Blair
the one
Witch,
that
yeah.
started
Yeah, it
that
started
found
that.
footage phenomenon.
But there's only a couple that I really like.
VHS was pretty good.
VHS. Oh yeah.
VHS
VHS.
kinda
One,
tore
I
it.
like 1 and 2. I like both of them.
Yeah.
They're both like the zombie that fucking blows his head off at the end. That was pretty
Dude,
cool.
the succubus scared the shit out of me. I didn't want to have sex with nobody for a while after
Which
that.
one was that one?
The succubus is the one where they meet the girls at the club, or they're like, oh, let's have sex with her, and they have the glasses that can videotape, and they take her to the room, and the girl passes out, and then the friend that's with like the quiet guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
and
one where she picks him up and drops him, right?
Yeah, and she
Oh my
fucking
god,
rips
that
out
gave
that
me
dude's
chills.
dick.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me.
She picked him up by his dick.
No, she
No.
chopped off his dick.
Yeah.
What movie is this?
This is
That's
VHS.
VHS. One of
Oh.
it was like the fourth
This
to
was the
last.
first
No,
one.
it was the first film.
Oh, so
No,
it's,
dude. Because there's like 5 films. There's like 5 films, each random, not connected. I think one was connected though.
Yeah.
There's like one where they're doing like a long distance relationship one, and he's like an alien or something. He like
Yeah.
like injects her with something. They're really cool though. They're really cool if you like that found footage.
I gotta check that out.
The first
Yeah, it's really
VHS, it's based on these guys that are like, fuck it, we're gonna rob this house. They have
Oh.
a VHS that we have to take.
That's right.
So they go and they're sitting down. This dude, whoever owns the house, is sitting there and he's dead. He's just blood all over him. He's just sitting there dead. And they're like, what the fuck? And that VHSs are scattered everywhere. So they're like, we need to find this. We need to find this tape. So they go looking around, and this guy's like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch a movie. I don't know why he thought that, but he fucking put on the movie.
I thought no. I thought they were just going in there to vandalize it, and then they
no,
started finding.
the main guy was looking for something.
Okay.
And then he puts on the videotape, and then it starts story 1. And it's pretty much, it's kind of like an act type play kind of thing, where it's like act 1, 2, 3, while something's going on while they're playing every act.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a main story to where.
Yeah. Like the first film would finish, and then you find out something's going on in the house.
Yeah.
Second film would finish, something else is going on in the house. Now, I thought that was great because you didn't have to make a big story out of nothing. You know what I mean? You could just have little minor stories, like a little dog with a GoPro that gets abducted, and then they drop him. And oh man, there was some fucked up shit. But I mean, it's an entertaining movie. Like I thought VHS was a good found footage one. I thought I like Quarantine, even though it's a complete ripoff of Record. Record was
Quarantine
dope.
was really good.
I like
Record
Quarantine.
was really good as well, but
Yeah.
I like Quarantine.
Quarantine was good. What else was good? Diary of the Dead. That one surprised the hell out of me because it came out of nowhere. And it's a George A. Romero movie.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up. That's why it's funny that all these time-based ones, because that's why I love George Romero. George Romero, for anybody that doesn't know, he's a zombie fanatic who he makes movies every decade because he likes to sum up every decade. So in this, I believe it was the 60s. No, yeah, it was the 60s. He made, I mean, everyone knows Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Black and white movie. It was the first ever movie where a black guy was the protagonist, and also he put his hands on a white woman. He smacked the shit out of her. That's the first time you've ever seen that. He smacked the dog shit out of her.
The dog shit.
She was fucking yelling. He said, "Shut the fuck up! They can hear you." He smacked her. And the reason why he picked him was not because he was black, but because he was his only friend that he knew that could act. That's the only reason he picked him. He said, "You know what? I got $10,000. Let's fucking make a movie." So they made a movie, and the main part of that that genre was made because of racism. He made that Night of the Living Dead to show racism because at the end of the movie, they get saved and the only man that's alive is the black man. And what happens? He gets shot in the head and they said, "Oh, we got him," and they throw him into a burning pile of bodies. So that's the end of the Night of the Living Dead. So that was the 60s. 70s.
Real quick, what did you think of the remake? I thought the remake was.
You know what? Honestly, they're all very entertaining in their own sense because I mean it's all reimagining, and I really like that Tom Savini had a lot to do with a lot of the remakes.
Yeah.
And Tom Savini he's fucking amazing. I love that. He started as a special effects.
Even though he's kind of a douche in real life.
Yeah, all of them are kind of weird. And I mean, if you think Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Tom Savini,
fuck no,
they're all fucking.
They're not cool.
They're all weird as shit. I mean, they're all.
Tarantino
off.
has a foot fetish.
Yeah, that's why every one of his movies he has fucking feet in his mouth or something.
That's why Sofia Vergara got that. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You mean Selma Hayek?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Selma Hayek put her feet in her mouth.
Racist.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh.
Honestly, I'd rather it be Sofia Vergara because Selma Hayek is a bitch. Like in real
Really?
life,
shit.
she's a bitch.
Really?
Shots fired.
Oh, she's gonna listen to this shit.
Watch it.
I don't know how to say
Selma
it.
Hayek.
Hey, you
I don't know how
never
to say it in
know.
Spanish.
That's when we blow up.
She'll be the only non-friend to listen to this.
Oh yeah, but George A. Romero did timepieces. He did. That's why when you said Diary of the Dead, it's a trip because in the '60s it was about racism. In the '70s he made a movie called Dawn of the Dead.
That was great.
Not the remake in 2004, which was
awesome.
I love that movie
I
as well.
love
But
awesome.
Dawn of the Dead
Big ride.
was them stuck in a mall,
Mhm.
and it was supposed to be about materialism. It's about people. I mean, that was about the time when people started wearing gold watches, and it was all about flash and pizzazz.
And the '80s was the military one.
The '80s was
about-
Day of the Dead. That was
yeah.
about war.
That was about also the Cold War. That was
It was about propaganda about war. And he kind of disappeared in the '90s. He didn't really make anything.
Well, the only thing I think
They started doing remakes.
they
They
did
did,
Night of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead.
But that wasn't him.
No, but
But Return
they,
of the Living Dead came out in the '80s.
No, but they took his ideas.
Oh, yeah.
They fucking just went off on
He
it.
fucked off for a while.
Yeah, and then they did Land of the Dead.
Night of the Dead
next
was the first 2004.
Yeah, but he had a say so in that.
Yeah.
He actually
That,
had
I
a
like
say-so.
that. I like that one.
And that one was about how at some time we're gonna come together and just say fuck civilization.
Oh,
It was all gonna be about money.
Not just that. Yeah, that and that everything's gonna evolve. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
This was the first movie where zombies were kind of like they were the army. Like there was a certain amount of zombies, and they were leading a path to go to this. I mean, it was. I'm not gonna say it was all white. It was a rich society, you know, and
Yeah.
they owned
Well,
like
not
this-
all of it was rich. Not all of it was rich. You actually had.
Yeah, they had like a
the
slums
poor
as well.
people, yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, they had like they lived. I mean, they weren't in fear. They were living their lives, and it was the zombies that were coming to break down and fucking say no, you know, fuck your society. And then Diary of the Dead came out, which was in the.
That was
It
when.
was about 2010, 2009.
No. That was we were freshmen or sophomores, so it was
It
like
came out in
2006
2006.
or 2007. I remember.
Oh, I'm
'cause
thinking Survival of the Dead.
Survival of the Dead was
That was
garbage.
garbage,
I fucking
yeah.
hated that one.
All right, Diary of the Dead was how we are reliant on media.
Yeah.
It was everything how that movie was based on somebody who was filming a documentary about making a movie. And then it came out that there was an outbreak going on, and he would not put his camera down.
Yeah, and a lot of times he could have helped. A lot of the times
Yeah,
that
people
was,
were getting hurt, and he did not put his camera down. He wanted to record it and make sure that everybody would see it, not knowing that the fucking world's gonna end when the zombie apocalypse happens. And that whole movie was about, I mean, till the very end was about how we're stuck on recording everything and.
Well, you even see that today, though.
Yeah, that's exactly.
why.
That's exactly.
That's like you see
yeah.
those things on the news. You know, that girl got her ass beat and died, and
nobody
people were just
did
like
nothing,
that.
Yeah. That's what the whole movie was about.
No, on the real, and that's actually why I like a lot of the Dead movies, but like the Romero ones, because he does have some pretty.
There's
good
an
songs in
underlying message.
there.
right?
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's your zombie fun and all that good stuff.
But there's always that underlying.
Yeah, like I mean,
message.
but think about it though. It came out 2007. It's still accurate as fuck today, dude.
Yeah.
Where you have people, getting their asses kicked. You have like I don't know if you guys heard about this last year, but it also recently popped up in social media. Like it started blowing up. Where that girl that got her ass beat in front of her kid, and then the chick fucking pushed the son into the ground. He's
Yeah, I
like 2,
saw
3 years
that
old.
too.
That's fucking horrible, dude. But person recording was just encouraging recording, not helping out at all. You know,
Well,
so
that's the thing about those ones, because George Romero was making a monster that was
Weird.
showing us that we are the monsters. That's why at a very young age I loved Romero, because all his movies he made a new genre of movies. There were zombies as far back as I believe 1938. If my
and
studying is correct.
White Zombie, I think that was the first one. It was called
Revolt of the Zombie. Well,
no.
White Zombie was the first one.
Well,
No,
I think.
it was a cannibal movie. I don't think it was White Zombie.
Okay.
It was a different one. But in 1938 they came up with the term flesh eating and all that good stuff, and then he came up with the term zombie. To some
technically-
extent, he doesn't take full credit for it, but for the most part, I mean, they came up with that with the whole establishing this movie.
Well, technically, zombie is technically zombie is they've been around since the
Yeah, they've been around a long time.
yeah.
But the thing was is that he made these creatures to show us that the monsters that we're scared of is not the enemy.
Yeah.
It's the people that we become. It's everyone around them, because I mean, in Night of the Living Dead, there's zombies, of course, in the whole movie, but I mean, it's nothing like.
I don't
Nothing
say
like what?
shit.
Oh, I thought you were gonna speak.
No.
I thought Jimmy was gonna speak for the first time.
No.
Speaking of zombies, I thought you were gonna.
I'm not a zombophile. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I haven't seen any of those movies. You know,
Aw, damn.
the Romero guy. Like
Yeah.
he sounds like a brilliant guy. Like
I have all of
I would
them.
never think that there would be so much meaning behind like
No,
all
yeah,
the zombie
dude. No,
movies. Like
I mean that's the thing is you gotta look at a lot of the underlying tones in,
Yeah.
in a lot of movies. Like
And that's why, I mean, a lot of great people came because of him. I mean, George Romero made a movie by accident. He had $10,000. He's like, all right, cool, let's make a film. And he made Night of the Living Dead.
you know the cool thing is that there's a lot of like cool directors that didn't need that big of a budget. I'm pretty sure $10,000 was a lot back then.
Yeah.
But Kevin Smith, he did Clerks with how much? 50?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't use that much, you know. And there's a lot of great directors that come from the small beginnings, you know. Like Clerks, I really like Clerks. Clerks is a good one.
Okay, so we're talking about all these, older movies, with like those underlining tones. Okay, what about the movies that are coming out today? Do you think any of them have, any underlining messages or something that they want to put out?
The
Like
last,
some sort of idea that they want to get out.
the last movie I think that's true for is probably Cabin in the Woods. Now that was a great
Cabin
movie.
in the Woods just destroyed everything that has to do with horror. With that genre, it just
there's
fucking...
such a
But-
fantasy type.
But I heard it was a
Horror
good
movie.
movie though.
No, that movie was great, but
It was fun, but it was in.
It was a
in
slap in
one
the face to horror films.
Yeah.
If you watch that movie, I mean, every tone. There's something online. I completely forgot what it was, but if you look up the top 40 facts about that movie, it destroys every single belief about horror films. It just destroys every single fact about it. I mean, down to the point where there's 2 people watching these people getting killed, and there's always 5 people in every scary movie, and there's always the jock, this, that, and it's always it hits every topic on the head, dude. That movie was so well done that it's so far beyond its time. I mean, I honestly think horror movies kind of took a hit because of that movie,
Yeah.
and it took a lot of time for that movie to come out.
I think a lot of the found footage are to be blamed of, dude, because you have all these people tired of the same kind of movies.
Well, yeah, like when it comes to found footage films, the first one I think of that really overdid it was the Paranormal Activity movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You
I
know,
love the first Paranormal.
First one I saw alone in my room in the dark.
I said
I
fuck
wouldn't-
that.
yeah.
I said fuck that. I saw part 2 first.
I had
seen
a
any of them.
terrible time.
We went as a group to go see the first one.
Yeah, I didn't go. Wait, well, like for newer movies, when we watched it today, I really liked
Birdman.
Birdman.
I almost said Rain Man.
Another
isn't
great
that another
movie.
Asian film?
Another
Huh?
great movie.
Oh, wait,
that's the
Rain
one about
Man,
21.
Birdman. What's that?
Birdman's the one with
Birdman,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
No, I'm talking
yeah.
about Rain Man. Is that?
Michael Keaton.
No, Rain Man was
is the
with
one
Dustin
with
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Where the brother has some kind of.
I tell you, I don't watch movies, man.
I like Birdman just because, I mean, when it came out last year, right? Like late last year. It sucks though because it was an indie film. You know what I mean? It was well, not an indie film because he had big names on it, but it didn't come out wide release right off the bat. It came out really spread out. Have any of you guys seen it?
Birdman?
Oh, besides
I haven't.
No.
Okay,
No.
okay, Jimmy.
No.
I remember you telling me something what your professor said. Your broadcasting professor about Birdman. And
What do you say about Birdman?
Like when he was talking about Birdman and Crash, and how they mainly want awards because they cater to the Academy, and he says the Academy is 90% minorities and another part gay. I don't know.
That makes sense.
The Academy?
It makes sense.
I
Yeah.
don't know about minorities.
I mean,
gay,
because
yeah.
think about it. Some of the films you want to win an Academy Award don't, but like these other, maybe sometimes progressive films might win the Academy
The Artist, a fucking silent film, winning Best Picture. I'm still pissed about that one, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pissed
That was
about
last year? No, this week.
I don't know when it won. I don't watch the Oscars anymore. That shit just pisses me off. It pissed me off when I found out that there was a movie called Fruitvale Station, which I don't know if any of you guys saw it. It's about Oscar Grant. It's about the young man in Oakland in 2011 who got shot in the back by a cop after getting taken out of a subway. That movie was fucking great and nothing. No Oscars, no nothing, because it said it beat the grace period by 2 weeks.
Wait, so it should have been
It
nominated
should've- yeah,
for
dude.
the year after,
That
right?
Michael B. Jordan, the dude who's playing
Human
Johnny
Torch?
Storm, the Human Torch, the new Human Torch, who's everybody's complaining about he's black. Oh my god, yeah, dude, he fucking killed that movie. That movie was ridiculous. The way it was directed, the way from A through B, that movie was just so well done.
I also liked him in Chronicle.
Dude, the whole movie was just something that I mean, now with movies, I'm very jaded. Honestly, unless it's a comic book movie or
I'm so fucking tired of
unless it's a comic book
movies.
movie or a horror movie, I'm jaded as shit. I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to learn nothing else. I don't want to read into any of these fucking movies.
Okay, Big Bird.
Oh,
Okay,
my God.
I gotta ask you something. All right, since you said fuck comic book movies, what do you think about all these superhero movies
Well,
coming
do-
out?
well,
Like,
to-
do you think there's too many of them, or
Yeah,
do you
dude,
think?
I think it's complete crap. I mean, I'm glad that they're coming out, like, for sure. I mean, you get to see your childhood comic book heroes in action on the big screen. That's
Like,
great.
to be honest, the last movie I saw in theaters was X-Men. You know what I mean? That was the last.
Futures Past.
Yeah, that time we all went. That's
Oh,
that's
I
the
didn't
last
go, I
one.
didn't go.
Oh, well,
Okay. You said Days of Future Past.
Days of
I
Future
thought you were
Past.
talking about X-Men 1.
Oh, no.
That was about 15 years ago. You didn't go to fucking theaters.
No, it was Days of Future Past. That was the
Okay,
last
okay.
one I
I
saw,
think-
but I liked it. But I know I see all these new superhero movies coming out. I'm just like, give it a rest, man.
Yeah.
Kind of overdoing it.
See, the way I see it, I thought Days of Futures Past was great.
It was.
Yeah, I thought it fixed a lot of like the timeline, a lot of the crap that was.
They just said fuck you to every previous film before this.
You know what? I feel bad for Brett Ratner because he gets a lot of shit for Part 3, but he just stepped into it. He didn't write it. He didn't do anything. But anyways,
Jokes on them. I didn't see the second or third. So just one in Days of Future Past. That's
Were the
it.
Sentinels as cool as they were in the old ass cartoon?
In
No,
Future
they-
Past,
they
No,
were-
they weren't.
They weren't.
In the old last cartoons, they
Cabbage.
were like they look humanoid with like purple armor.
That
and,
was
like
the
purple
only
and
one
blue
that
eyes.
happened was in the third one.
all I
Yeah,
know is that
that's when
Colossus
Wolverine
got
took
his
it.
shit wrecked, dude.
But,
they
like,
all did.
they all
in
did.
that.
Like in Days
No,
of
but
Future.
I think he got the
Twice.
fucking shit end of the stick
didn't he
twice.
get like ripped apart?
Twice.
No, the first time he gets ripped apart. Second time they just blast him in the face, right? Or was that Iceman?
I don't
That
know.
was Iceman.
That was Iceman where they blast him in the face.
All right, Jimmy. So the Sentinels in Days of Future Past. I want to describe them. They look kind of more like alienish. You know what I mean? Kind of like.
They adapted because they took.
Oh yeah, they were
took
taking
mis-
mutant
All right, so
power.
actually, before we do that,
Spoilers.
spoiler alert. Even though it's been out for a good while, but it's
Watch the fucking movie.
it's a bit of a recent movie, so we'll just say that. So
Yeah, I mean,
continue.
it's been out for almost a year.
Yeah.
Johnny
so-
Storm's black. Spoiler alert.
Basically, what the Sentinels did, they took Mystique's power,
Yeah.
and so they could
Adapt.
and adjust their their abilities to take on certain mutants and shit like that. And I thought that was dumb.
So your answer is no.
No, they weren't cool. They weren't like the back in the cartoon.
In X-Men 3, it was the Sentinels were purple, but all you see is one head. Because Wolverine's like, throw me, and he's like, okay, and he tossed him, and then he came back with a head.
I just thought it was cool that Wolverine was complete garbage in that movie almost. He was just there. Yeah, he was complete. He was getting his ass kicked at fucking 75% of the time.
Well, because he
was-
can't be
yeah.
in 2 time zones. What do you expect him to do?
No. I thought
He
he was
asleep and awake?
No, he was my. To be honest,
No,
in
that's
all,
actually-
fuck you.
I'm a
In
huge
all-
Wolverine fan, so that's
No,
probably why.
In all of the recent from the first movie till Days of Future Past, he was my favorite in this one because he was almost powerless. He was really human. He was just there. But getting back to my point, I honestly, the last movie I saw was The Interview. Complete crap. I thought that movie was complete garbage, annoying as fuck. Getting back on the subject of comic book movies, I think they're just, I think they're fuck. It's
Say it.
annoying. It's annoying as fuck. It's annoying as fuck knowing that the biggest really movies that aren't comic book movies aren't getting watched. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the way I see it. I think that's annoying as fuck. I mean, you have did Guardians of the Galaxy come out last year, or was it the year before, 2013?
2013.
All right, that movie was not that good. That movie was boring. I thought it was boring, comedic, but boring, really cliche. I mean, of course, a lot of movies are cliche nowadays. But I didn't think it was that good to be fucking. This is the #1 movie in everywhere. You know, it was. You've seen all this before. You have seen all this before. It was not that good. Last year, what was the big movie last year? X-Men and Days of Futures Past.
Yeah,
right?
I believe so.
All right. Didn't
no,
Avengers?
no.
No.
Avengers came out in 2012.
You can't really ask me, dude. I just watch whatever movie I want to watch. I don't. Birdman, you told me I have it on DVD and I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I got it in Blu-ray right there. No, last year the big movie was X-Men.
I would think so, because that's the only one I remember.
Well, I mean, think about it. The
Fast
last.
and Furious 7.
Paul
Walker's
Walker's
dead.
God, that horrible fucking movie.
They're making another one too.
Yeah.
Are they? They should,
Yeah,
Vin Diesel already confirmed
It's,
for it.
yeah.
they should go speed in a Ferrari then.
It's
Because
the one that
Oh.
Paul Walker contributed to them.
All right, now,
dude.
now you guys, a lot of the films that you guys have been talking about, besides like George A. Romero's, all these kind of smaller budget films, what? Fuck it. All the ones that we're kind of bashing on are AAA blockbusters. These high-end, high-budgeted films. All right. Okay, I have to agree with Guardians of the Galaxy. It was comedical, but that shit came out of fucking nowhere. Like, why Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, out of all the people of the entire Marvel universe, these guys?
Well, they have to
They
introduce Thanos and the whole galaxy making a bigger world for them.
I know, but I feel like it was a bit rushed. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I don't know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's the water, man.
Oh, it's the water. Okay. I was like, is that my microphone?
no, we're under the house. So.
Okay, and like, but I didn't really get much of, a little bit of origins. Like, they quickly said, yes, I am a green assassin. Yes, I am a guy who killed my family. They didn't really dwell into it much. But either way, my point is, I feel like a lot of these blockbuster films, a lot of the comic book films, just because they have a lot of money, they don't seem to deliver quote-unquote blockbusting, per se. Like, right now, we just spent, 25 minutes, Ricardo talking about George A. Romero's work.
Well, that's because he really enjoys it.
He really
that's
enjoys
why.
it. Now, the question I like to say is, George A. Romero did not have massive amounts of money in production. He went off, I got a little bit of money, let's make a story, let's make an idea. Do you guys think that modern-day blockbusters, besides, comic book films, are they quick money grabbers, or are indie films, per se, let's just call them indie films, are they the modern day real films?
No.
What do you? Oh, ideas. Go right, Jimmy.
But how many people actually care about indie films and are just watching them because they're indie films?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, do they actually
douches.
care about the movie, or are they doing it to be cool? Like, you don't know about this movie, but I do. You know, that kind of bullshit.
So it's cool.
So like what
God, you didn't watch that
That's-
new
that's
trailer? Oh.
like what
Sound
Jimmy
like a
says.
fucking spoiled bitch, dude. I'm sorry.
That's the
That's his
impression
point.
I was going for.
But like Jimmy says, the whole term indie lost its meaning a long time ago.
Okay, so maybe it's the wrong word, the wrong choice of words.
No, that's the right choice of words. That's how it is now.
Indie, well, I guess a lot of people indie just means it's an independent studio, not a big time studio.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what an indie movie is. So technically, if we make a movie and we file as an independent studio, we can call it indie movie to be completely fair. If we're going by the actual fucking term and
Oh, yeah, he does have a point, but the point being a matter is, I don't know if I should consider Birdman not a quote unquote high budgeted film. Per se.
I mean, it did have Jim Norton. That's his name, right? Jim Norton. Edward Norton. I thought
Okay.
that was cool.
but
Emma Stone.
I'm
Emma
gonna think
Stone,
of
Michael
one.
Stone.
I don't know, fucking.
500 Days of Summer was
Zach
on-
Galifianakis.
It's blamed on us, dude. It's this whole generation of people that are watching movies now. It really is.
Elaborate.
They either want to watch a movie where they can say, "Oh my God, have you seen this one? It's so out of left field. Like, did you hear about it?" Or they want to watch a fucking blockbuster that they don't know what. I mean, Transformers give me fucking headaches. I can't watch those movies.
I mean, what else is there?
Transformers 2.
No.
Dark Side of the Moon.
No, I mean, you either have indie movies
No, but
or...
that's why it's either you want to watch a movie so that way you have a say so and like, oh my god, you didn't see this, it's something so huge, or it's this blockbuster that they've been fucking throwing down your throat for 2 years. Like, oh my god, the visual effects are amazing. Oh my god, we got Morgan Freeman. Oh my god, Jason Statham. Oh my god, The Rock. Like, nobody gives a shit about The Rock. Oh my god, this happens, and you're like, fuck, you know, it throws all these things down your throat. I mean, Dawn of Justice is coming out when?
2016.
2016, and that's all I fucking heard about that movie.
Superman versus Batman.
Dawn of Justice is Superman.
Oh, that's what they call
That's
it?
just a subtitle.
Yeah, and they're gonna put Wonder Woman now.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman,
Yeah, and
Cyborg.
I mean, not to be biased because I'm a Marvel fan, but I mean, those movies have been so fucking alike that they're ridiculous. Batman is so dark, and it's like, oh my god, we hate Batman. And he
They're
comes
going for
back and saves the
Nolan-esque.
day, and then the second day, it's like, oh my god, we hate Batman. Joker's dope. And then it's like the third one's like, oh my god, we still hate Batman. And then he comes back and saves the day. Like, every movie has that dark tone to where it's getting fucking redundant with DC now. That's the reason why I can't stand DC movies.
Well, I think
They're all the same, dude.
Well, that's what Christopher Nolan was going for those 3 movies, where he wanted it to be like a realistic, dark movie. I think you know what, and I think let me just make this side note. I think it's complete crap that everyone bitches about Batman's voice. It's fucking Batman's voice. He's trying to hide it. I mean, that's the way I saw it. I think he gets a lot of shit for
Well, because he's a billionaire, he should have a voice to make his voice different.
Yeah, at least he doesn't sound like Jerry.
I'm the Dark Knight.
No, but the point I was trying to make was, you guys know of a film called Whiplash?
Yeah.
Whiplash.
Miles Teller.
All right, Bravo, explain to me
I
what
know
is
very
Whiplash?
much.
What's Whiplash?
All right, Whiplash. I'll just give you the generic thing. It's it's following this one guy who wants to be a jazz drummer. In which he's taught by, who's his teacher? Who's his mentor?
J.J. Jameson.
J.J. Jameson.
Asking me.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. You know, I want pictures of Spider-Man. Him. He's a very enthusiastic teacher of jazz. Like, jazz is his whole life, and he kind of pushes. I don't want to reveal too much, but he pushes this guy. He's like, you really want to fucking do it? Do it. He pushes him continuously to his limits.
Question. That's the one he won an Oscar for, right?
Yes.
That's the one. Okay.
And
Where
so-
he's the villain, right? He's technically considered the villain.
He's an anti-hero to the hero. There's not really a villain.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
more of like a prominent, hard-ass teacher saying, you really want to be the best? I'm gonna fucking ride you hard. And so, the fucking ending, like, that was just fucking fantastic. But movies like those, they didn't get a lot of AAA publicity, like fucking Dawn, or whatever the fuck the name of the Superman Batman film is. Like, you think films like that came out of fucking left field, nobody knew about them, you think those are actual real films? Because in my personal opinion, films like superhero films, cash grab, they're touching on people's nostalgia of what they grew up with.
Yeah.
But like films such as Whiplash, 12 Years a Slave, even The Help,
Telling you, man, Birdman was
Birdman,
great.
like these didn't get. I know Birdman got minor publicity, money. Like they were like, oh, Birdman, what's Birdman? But it wasn't like fucking commercials about the shit. Bam, bam, bam.
But
They didn't
that
have
happens to everything, like games, movies, you know, just about everything. Bands, you know, just everyone that's willing to spend a lot of money gets their publicity out there because of commercials. And you know, the really amazing low key movies, bands, you know, all the artists out there that are really amazing don't get known, and you know, it's just a shame.
No, yeah, it's perfectly true. But do you consider the ones like, are those films? Do you guys consider those now like real proper films, or do you consider fucking movie like? I don't know. I'm kind of pointing on the fact that I want to respect the film for what it is. It's an art. Shut up, Gravish. Right? No. Like as an art, because again, that's what I study, and I enjoy superhero films. I get it.
I don't know. I feel like Jimmy has something to say.
But I just want to say to that, just because they're not well known doesn't mean they're good either. They could be complete and utter shit. That could be another reason why they're not known.
That could be it, but I agree with you on that.
I think what Tito is saying, he's
No, I
talking
know
about,
what he's saying.
but he's talking about the good ones, not
I'm just
the
trying
good
to talk more, man.
All right, good point.
No, actually, Tito, finish your thought.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Actually, yeah. Just The really good ones, yeah.
Wait, so what you're saying is that just because they're unknown doesn't mean they're good?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm not saying that all unknown movies are bad or anything. I'm just saying just because they're not known that well doesn't mean they're the greatest movie ever.
Well, then again, foreign films are unknown to know us. It doesn't mean that they're all great or they're all bad. You know what I mean? No. I'm being honest. Like,
yeah, you're just making a point. Just like there's some shitty foreign movies, and then there's some good ones, just like with everything else.
Yeah. So I mean, you gotta always take the bad with the good. To be honest, I mean, quick question. One of my besides Professional, I thought District 9 was a fucking awesome movie.
That was.
I didn't hear about it until it came out, though. You know what I mean? So I think that was like a really dope ass movie.
It was a good movie.
I don't know, but I mean, I think it's really underrated. I mean, there's a lot of movies that I feel like are really underrated out there.
So do you guys feel like, all right, you guys think back, and I don't know where the fuck Ricky went.
He's taking a piss.
Okay.
There he comes.
Is he coming?
No, you just hear him walking.
All right.
Dogs are walking.
Like what I want to point out is, think of the past years. Let's say from 2010, all right, till right now.
So 5 years ago.
5 years ago, yeah, about 5 years ago. 5 year span, or even a little more way back. Have the films that have come out that people are saying good film, amazing film, this and that, have they actually lived up to their name? Is the AAA blockbuster actually fucking living up to its name?
Well, let's see. Let's think of the big name ones.
Okay, go for it.
All right. I'm gonna need a little help too.
So the superhero movies.
Superhero movies. So we have the Marvel Universe, which you have the Avengers, the X-Men, all that stuff, right? You have the Transformers movies, which are kind of garbage now.
Oh god, terrible. After the second one, it was just.
I mean, they
really
had
should've
Shia LaBeouf, man.
LaBeouf.
I liked him in Holes, man.
Holes, oh yes.
Holes was a good one.
They had
Holes was good.
Shia LaBeouf,
keep
and
on
then they
digging
had
them.
also, what's that one chick's name?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox?
Fuck Megan Fox.
April O'Neil, which is ridiculous as well.
You know, the reason Megan Fox was in this movie, she can't act, man. They only have her because
She has
people,
ugly ass thumbs.
they think she's a pretty girl, which I don't find her attractive
She does.
at all.
Check out her thumbs.
Here did I? While everyone was slobbering over her, I was just like, that's cool, man. I like this girl in my math class. You know what I mean? But
I was just like, man, everybody's all in love with her. I like what I see in the mirror.
in the mirror.
I fuck that guy.
Ricky, the question that I put out was, think of right now, 2015 till 2010, or even beyond.
Yeah.
Have these quote-unquote blockbuster films actually live up to the name AAA amazing blockbuster films? What do you think? The films that we've gotten in theaters, are they garbage?
The only one I think that was actually
That's
pretty
your
good.
opinion.
Yeah.
The only one that I think was actually pretty good, in my opinion, and this is someone who's getting fucking fatigued with superhero movies, it was the Avengers. That was fucking amazing, and I am gonna go see. I am gonna go see that, not just
Go on Tuesday. The movie, it's cheaper on Tuesday. It's like $7.
or just
Edwards.
watch it in the morning. Well, there's actually this theater by my house, and they charge like $7-8 for the matinee. I'm gonna go watch that
Dude,
with my pops.
amazing, dude. But I mean, do I think they live up to it? I can't really say. I'm too stuck in my ways. What I think is Hollywood's too lazy. I mean, everything's either a recast, a reboot. They do something over.
Remake.
Let's make a comic movie. Like, I mean, I think Hollywood's too fucking lazy now.
Yeah,
And the movies that are supposed to be out there, that are that are watched, are movies that we look past in the red box because it's fucking sad because they don't have.
It's funny
big
that you
actors
say
in
that
it.
about Hollywood, though, because not really this year or last year, but I've noticed, the previous years that in Hollywood it was nothing but either sequels or remakes, and it was just getting so overdone. I was just like, man, fuck movies. I'm not
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
That movie looks fucking retarded.
Star Wars 7. Or is it 1.5?
I want to watch it.
I was
was
at
hard on for
0.5.
expected.
I don't even know where the fuck they're at right
Man,
now.
Star Wars, man, fucking nerds.
And how?
Dun, dun, dun,
I don't know. Star Wars.
I mean, these movies are great in production, and the money that's spent into it, all of that goes to good use. But the meaning of the movies, I feel, is lacking. Like,
Yes, there's like really no like.
that's what I
meaning to
feel
them.
is lacking.
They're just like more like just fan service.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why the hero always lives, because then you're always gonna have public outcry on social media and bitching about, oh, you know, they killed off somebody. I think that has a lot to do with it, which is complete crap, dude. Because sometimes the good guys gotta die. Sometimes the good guys. Shut up. Sometimes the good guys gotta die.
Amazing movie.
Speaking about being
That
fucked,
made your point.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah.
The Departed.
Blood Diamond. He was amazing in Blood
Titanic.
Diamond.
Oh,
just
Inception. I
we're
mean,
just
every
gonna
fucking
name
movie he
every
dies
movie, yeah.
and just still
No Oscar.
You know, no little blonde guy, little fucking gold statue. He still don't have one. It's fucking ridiculous.
But does he really care if he doesn't get one?
He
or
stated
not?
out to the internet, actually. He addressed the internet. He's like, look, guys, I really appreciate that you guys want me to. It's nice, but I don't fucking do it for a fucking statue. I do
He
it
does
because
it
I
because
love
he
it.
likes it, right?
And I
Yeah.
respect that, man. So
That's just so sad.
Poor
Dude. I mean, they
Gilbert
said
Grape.
that this is so prestigious. I mean, they said this award is prestigious and it's for certain people and just.
I mean, just
past it.
I think it's funny because I think it's funny that Bravo said that he doesn't care, because you've seen that GIF or that video where someone just got awarded the Oscar, and he just has that look in his eye like,
don't cry.
that look of defeat. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
All right.
is that.
I got one question for you guys. All right. So since we're nearing the end of the podcast and all that, I want to hear: are there any movies that you guys are looking forward to? That anyone that caught your eye, or any of them that you want to see?
Well, I am a big comic book nerd, so all the comic book movies that are coming out, I am hella excited for.
You're
You guys
what's
can-
wrong with the world.
Yeah, probably. But do I care? No.
I'm kidding, Greg. You know I love you.
That's fine.
See, the movie that I really wanted to see this year was Chappie. I didn't get to watch it. I'm so depressed.
Is it shit out already?
No. It's out. It's out on DVD. It's gonna be out in Blu-ray like in a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
which sucks because I really wanted to watch it in theater. Just I was working like nonstop, and I didn't want to go by myself in the middle of the night. Be that guy. Not that
I've been that guy.
Yeah, not that.
I'm in
there's
the
anything wrong.
fucking like alone. People are looking at me like, you just here's it. Yeah.
All right, what's the next movie you're gonna see alone?
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Backdoor Such 9.
Hold on. The movie that I am looking forward to is Star Wars. I mean, I haven't seen anything that caught my attention so far. Oh, get mad, Ricky.
I was looking at Jimmy. How would that
Another
get mad?
remake.
What?
The Mad Max?
Yeah, that's true.
With Tom Hardy, that does look good. And Charlize Theron, who, my God.
Are you done speaking over?
No, I'm not, because she's amazing. Incredible
Good,
monster.
you're shut up already. You had your turn.
And I'm getting another, damn it.
I'm sorry.
I get to talk too.
Shut up, Greg. Go on, Big Bird.
No, it was
Bravo's
Bravo's.
Oh, okay, Bravo.
Exactly. Fucking
Okay,
Peter, my turn.
okay, Bravo. Which movie are you looking forward to?
One would have to be Star Wars. I'm actually not. The reason why I'm actually interested is because, like during the era that the first 3 Star Wars got made, it had its feeling to it. Then the first 3 people weren't really happy, but it dwelled with the idea of special effects and shit like that. I'm actually very interested to see what this modern day era, how they're gonna perceive this, galactic trilogy saga, whatever the fuck it is. But
3 movies.
yeah, it's usually
4 movies.
For what?
Well, they're doing 7, 8, and 9, and then they're doing a Red 1 or something like that next
that
year.
one I have no idea.
That's about. Shut up. That's about. It's about how they destroyed the Death Star. Rogue One. There you go.
But besides that one's like one of the big films that most people like. I'm interested to see how the director's gonna do it
And how they're gonna tackle
how they're gonna
it, right?
shoot it, what's the story behind it, and shit like that.
Minorities.
J.J. Abrams.
But speaking of the new Star Wars, that new lightsaber that they had,
looks like a claymore.
The
Yeah,
cross,
it's just
the
like, what
cross,
the
the cross
really?
one.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks shitty, man. I think it's getting a lot of people would just want anything to complain about. Oh my god.
No,
It's a
some people are
cross.
stuck in
It's a
nostalgia.
cross.
No, I'm
That's
not
crap,
complaining
dude.
about it. I'm just like, well, kind of complaining about it. I just
Yeah.
don't understand. okay. I just don't understand why it's a cross. Why isn't it?
I don't
Some
know.
people-
You gotta watch the fucking movie.
Actually,
to find out why
some
it's
people
like that.
argued, like there were some people who actually like were on Reddit, like fucking like they
It's
sounded
not
serious
possible.
about it. No, it's actually fucking Christ, where'd it go? They say that actually that weapon is so much better than the original one because literally like
3 blades.
I don't want to fucking get all technical on it, but it's a stick in the first one, right?
Yeah.
With the little side guards, you could use
comes
it
down,
to
yeah.
to block it, and
Okay.
then it's actually a tactical smart thing to do.
Alright, so
but aside from that,
Oh,
but
fuck, nerdgasm. Tito, movie what are you looking forward to?
Movie? Honestly, been thinking. I do not know what new movie I would like to see. I have an idea of a movie I would like to see.
which is
Something a little gory, something suspenseful, a little comedic. You know, I just really like enthusiastic movies on that.
Wait,
nothing from
wait,
Tito.
hold on.
Yeah.
So nothing.
So nothing.
I'm
really.
I'm not looking forward to any movies. You know, any movie that's coming out that's good. I like to see Age of Outline 2, maybe. I don't know. Battle Royale 3.
dude.
I would like to see that.
I would love to
Oh, I
see
thought
that.
that was actually coming out.
Jimmy?
Alright, Jimmy, what about you?
I don't know if there is gonna be a sequel to it, but there's this Korean gangster movie called New World, and supposedly it's supposed to be a trilogy, but I don't know because the first one came out in like 2013, and I don't know how long it's gonna take if it does come out to get localized.
Silent Hills. No.
Oh my god, too soon.
Why'd you open my wound?
Ricardo.
Fuck, I'm looking forward to so many movies.
Like what?
Fucking name.
Yeah, come on.
Yip Man 3 is going to be amazing. Bruce Lee's finally going to be a part of it. Well, obviously not Bruce Lee, but a
What?
character
He's coming
based-
back?
A lookalike?
No, Life Alert. No, he's not coming back. A character's playing Bruce Lee. And then I'm looking forward to Super Troopers 2.
What?
But that's not coming out till next year.
I've been waiting
still
for
looking
Weed
forward
Fest.
to it.
I thought we were talking about this year.
No,
Clerks.
my question was about any
Oh,
movie.
damn.
I'm still waiting for Weed Fest.
I'm still
Where's
waiting
that?
for-
That's
Clerks-
not Podfest.
Clerks 3 and Mallrats 2.
Mallrats too. Yep.
All those movies are just going
Oh, so we're talking about films in the future, like
Yeah,
No,
just like
see,
anything.
I thought we
when
were
I
just
acted
talking
my
about this
first
year.
film. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's coming out recently?
I thought no, this year. I thought that's what
This
we were looking
year?
for. Yeah.
My question
No,
was
That's
any
not horror
movie.
too, I
Oh,
guess.
but he's saying any movie. Like,
Fantastic Four 2. I like
Actually,
Black Johnny Storm.
I'm actually looking forward to it. I think I fucking hate the internet because it's where a lot of people complain about the stupidest shit, though.
Yeah.
No, I know, but it's like where people go and complain about the stupidest shit, like.
Because everyone thinks they have a voice now.
Well, they
well,
do.
actually,
technically.
everyone does have a voice. Doesn't mean they should fucking use it.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
Some
I think they
retard should just shut the
but
fuck up.
Oh my god. I think
We do
they-
not condone the R word.
No, on the real, I think
Retards.
some people should voice their thing, but just what they're voicing about. Oh my god, Johnny Storm is black.
You see, that's the problem, though.
That's what pisses.
No,
Or
but you're saying some people should. If everyone has a voice, and everyone has a voice.
no, but that's the thing though. Is well, you're complaining about the most is mundane,
Trivial.
trivial. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we were complaining about the most like crappy things, dude. It's like, oh my god, why is there a black stormtrooper? What the fuck, dude? I mean, like, seriously.
Because they have black paint.
Good one.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, they complain about the stupidest shit ever, dude.
Mostly because they don't know the fucking story behind it. That's the
They'll
thing.
just
They're
complain just to
uneducated.
complain.
And, but that's the thing, is the people start complaining about the stupidest shit before they even watch the fucking movie, dude. That's what pisses me the fuck off.
And we'll say that for another podcast.
Jimmy.
Real quick.
Jimmy, what did it say?
Oh no, because he was saying people.
All right, fuck it.
complain before.
Renee, what's your favorite? What film are you looking forward to?
Well, actually, there's none really that I'm looking forward to, but
So Jimmy.
no, but
He's looking forward to seeing me.
no, there's
gonna be a
not
good
really
porn.
anything that's caught my interest.
This is my hero.
But something I just want to see the concept behind it is that movie that they're advertising on Hulu right now, Ex Machina.
Dude, I want to check
interesting.
that out.
I just
They're making Attack on Titan too.
I just hope it's not
That's
I just hope it's not like an iRobot, like kind of thing.
Or like,
Like like a reboot of it or something like that.
iRobot was fucking dope.
iRobot was good, but I want to see what they're gonna do with this one.
Speaking of Shia LaBeouf,
What? Shia LaBeouf?
he was in other robots.
oh yeah, that's right.
No, I mean, hey, real quick though. I mean, what movie do you think looks fucking garbage that's coming out this year, next year?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man?
Just because I don't understand why they're doing a movie on Ant-Man. I just don't understand.
I don't know. I'm only interested because Paul Rudd's in it, and I like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's
Yeah,
cool.
Love me some
Yeah,
Paul
right.
Rudd.
I feel like he'll make the movie better.
Yeah,
I especially like him
sure.
in Parks and Recreation.
I never saw that show. I
That's
can't.
a great show.
I liked role models.
Role models was good.
Yeah, Roman's
Yeah.
funny.
So was Dinner for Schmucks. Dinner for Schmucks
Yeah.
was fucking great.
Eh.
Steve Carell was always great though. I mean,
Or your version.
He's really turned it around in his career choices.
well, I mean, to be honest, he's a really talented. One of my favorite movies with Steve Carell in it. It was I don't know if you guys saw it. Was Dan in Real Life?
Yeah, I saw that one with Dane Cook.
Dane Cook, yeah.
No, it was actually good.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. Just people say Dane Cook and everyone.
No, I'm fine.
Well, Dane
I'm just
Cook-
saying, yeah, he was in it.
Dane Cook was in it.
Well, Dane Cook as a stand-up
Dane
comedian, he's not funny, man.
Well, he's funny when he's 14, and then
Well,
you
yeah,
find
if
some cool shit, and you're like, no.
and then finally when your balls drop, you fucking realize he's not funny.
when you find beer.
But anyways, well, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for listening to the Dame Podcast. I'm Renee.
This is your good friend Gray.
I'm Ashley, and I think Jurassic World looks shitty right now. But
I'm Bravo, and I'm still on the board.
This is Tito.
Jimmy, watch Silence. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll watch it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
All right,
I
thanks.
might not.
What about Ricky?
I waved. Bye.
All right, I'm sorry.
Ricky Wade.
All right, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
You're lying.